Hi everyone, welcome to azcentral.com. I'm Sarah McClellan. For the first time since 2002, the Coyotes are in the playoffs and chasing after the Stanley Cup. For fans, that means it's time to welcome back the whiteout, a playoff tradition established during the team's days in Winnipeg, in which fans wear white to home playoff games. The players also have their own set of playoff rituals, which usually include growing a playoff beard. Let's head inside the Coyotes locker room and talk to the players about their playoff superstitions and who they think will grow the best and worst playoff beard. What's the point of the playoff beard? Is it a superstition? Is it a team bonding thing? Where does it kind of come from?
I think it's just an old tradition that is brought into the game. The original six that every team's kind of carried the tradition on.
It's a man's game, and you want to show that the playoffs are a man's game. You want to prove it.
Something that's been in this league for a long time, and you look at all the old photos of guys, long playoff runs, and there's some pretty good ones. So yeah, it's one of those things where a lot of guys do, and it's hopefully by the end of it, it's nice and thick. You look at a guy like Glenn Anderson from the Oiler days; he had a thick one all the time, and but I think he wore one actually for the whole year, but he trimmed it down. But I just saw a picture the other day on watching TV. I saw him, so that was kind of the first one that came out, but he had a nice thick one.
In the 80s, they seem to all have the great playoff beards and the big hair, and some of the guys were wheeling around with no helmets on and stuff like that. 70s and 80s were pretty good. I think every year, Scott Niedermayer would always have a great beard. He looked like like Gandalf a little bit, but he had a pretty sick beard for the last few years, and he always made it far enough where you got to see it pretty well.
Who in the room do you think will grow the best playoff beard?
I saw photos of Fiddler when they went all the way and won the Calder Cup, and he had a pretty nasty beard. It's pretty thick.
It was pretty scary. It was 62 or 63 days long, so there was a lot of people that didn't even recognize me, and hopefully I can get it up to that long again.
Who do you think will grow the best playoff beard in the room?
I think Derek Morris. He's got a pretty nice beard, so might be him.
I think Keith Yandel will grow a nice beard. He seems to have a 5 o'clock shadow after 2 days, so for a young kid, he grows a pretty nice beard.
As a young guy, my beard's actually pretty thick, so I've had a beard since probably 6th grade, and I think I should have one of the better beards on the team. Maybe I don't know, and I don't know. Maybe you'll see a mustache or something. But my beard compared to Corpy and guys like that who can't really grow facial hair, I'm feeling pretty good about mine. Winnie's got a lot of facial hair. He pretty much just shaves his eyeballs, and he's got a lot of facial hair, and he's half caveman. So, and then I think Adrian Aucoin, he doesn't have a lot, but it comes in pretty thick, and Fids will have a good one. And it probably has something to do with us being roommates, having good beards.
Best beard, I'd have to say Donner.
For finally, I think that I actually have a chance to not be. I won't be the best by any means, but I don't think I'll be the worst for the first time ever. Usually, I've been the worst in a long time ago. Jans is going to be pretty solid. Lumbo could have a pretty solid one. Those two guys, they're not bad. Jova will be the Silver Fox, and there's a few guys.
Who do you think will struggle maybe in getting it going?
Pruk, maybe. Pruk and Z.
So not necessarily the younger guys, but just some guys you think will have a little trouble getting the stubble going?
Yeah, I think so. You look at them all year, and they get the old, couple little whiskers here and there, but for the most part, I don't think they even try to attempt to grow one because it might be a little scraggly.
I'd have to probably say either Korpikoski or Winnick. Well, they're kind of baby face. I think Winnie he's got it going up to his eyelashes, so might be a little caveman-y.
Donor, I've seen his before. It's not very nice. He's got pretty patchy.
Guys like Donner can't grow a great beard. I think he's been growing his for a couple months.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Corpy, it could be a little tough. Marty Hansel, he'll really have a hard time with it. Maybe a couple guys Yeah, Lepisto, Sammy, he'll have a tough time. Those three will probably be the front runners.
What about the worst playoff beard?
Would be definitely me. So I'm the youngest guy here, so it'd be probably the worst.
Probably Nokalainen. He'll probably struggle. I mean, those European guys, they don't grow the best facial hair. If they do, you know, it's patches. And Brizzy's actually comes in pretty thick. I don't know who will struggle. Tiki, I don't even know if he can grow facial hair. But other than that, I think we're going to have some pretty good facial hair.
Do you guys have any other playoff rituals or superstitions?
Well, I think every hockey player has their superstitions that they stick with that they've used all year, so I don't think they'll change anything in the playoffs.
Well, I remember when I was in juniors, we used to dye for our hair, and that's pretty much it all I know. And I know we blonded blonde, so that was pretty much it.
Do you guys do anything else, like rituals or team superstitions?
We can't tell it. We can't expose those details.
It'll all depend on what works. Guys are probably superstitious if you have a good game and you've done something. Guys, might eat this exact same thing for the rest of the playoffs. If you have success where something works, where you came a different route to the game, or you rode with somebody, different things like that. But guys whatever works, guys will go with, and it's more of a mental thing. Everyone knows it, but you just try to get yourself in the best mental spot.
Will we see longer hair too? Maybe some mullets might start to pop out a little bit.
Yeah, guys will try to bring it all back, whatever it takes to win. You got to do whatever it takes.